Well, here we go, friends. We're into spring, so to speak. Frankly, I haven't heard that many birds chirping, tell you the truth. But it is spring. I've got the lawnmower all set to rumble. Just got to get word the what would it be the green flag from the wife, and I'll do I'll start on the lawn. I don't think she wants me doing it today, but she said maybe in a day or two. And that or knowing Sandy, she probably wants to do it. Yeah. But in any case, we've got the lawnmower all ready to go, oiled and loaded for bear. But I was thinking of one thing. One thing that also comes along with the doggone spring is twisters. Bad storms coming through. Now, I think here in Jersey, Pennsylvania, you don't necessarily get the world's worst, but you get some doozies every now and then. So you hear trouble on the radio about a possible twister coming, severe storm. You might just want to, yeah, you might want to think about hunkering down. Don't, you don't really want to get in the middle of some of these. Yeah, because they can, even in Jersey, they can get a little bit rancid. And Pennsylvania, especially. Oh my gosh. I remember, and I may have done a story on this, I'm sure I have, because it was an eye opener. I used to live up in north central Pennsylvania. My first wife, Molly, and I, and the kids, uh, lived in north of Williamsport, about 40 miles, up in the woods, in the mountains and the woods. The big industry where we lived, a little town called Forksville, was lumber. And at one time there was coal up there too, but the coal seams weren't quite as strong as elsewhere. So they got to doing wood, harvesting of wood up there, and farms, lots of farms, and truckers. Oh my gosh! But I remember one day, it would have been in May, mid-May. I'm almost certain. All of a sudden, I don't know. I was maybe mowing the lawn or something. Molly was, probably working on the wood stove, cooking one thing or another. The kids were very, very young, so they were, crawling around the house. Sonny might have been walking. Burgess was probably crawling here and there. And all of a sudden, I don't know, I look over my shoulder and I see that it's just getting darker and darker. And you know what was funny? The air got kind of green looking. It did. It took on a green tinge. Uh huh. Oh, yeah, it did. And I mean, like, I don't see a green to match it here. Almost a green like this. Hold on. Hold on. I think I just about got it pegged here. Hold on. Yeah. A green like that. Yeah. Yeah. And that was the air. The clouds were black. And I don't know, one of the neighbors hollered they had heard something from another neighbor who heard it from another neighbor that there were twisters developing in the area of north central Pensy, and they were humdingers from what they were saying. And man, we all got in the house and just kind of stayed on the lower floor. And all of a sudden, kawoosh! I mean, stuff flying, wagons flying around the flying around the yard. There were, I think, those grills you have. Yeah, the metal grills with the legs. Orbit. They were going into orbit. Cinder blocks were shaking, for crying out loud. On our on something I was building out in the backyard. The tree limbs were coming down like crazy, and pretty soon trees were coming down, and with pulling up the roots and all, oh my gosh, and just howling. And the thing is the air was green. Like I said, I don't have a color green to show you. Well, yeah, I did. I showed it to you. That's what it looked like. But you could see through it. But oh my gosh, thunder and lightning and howling wind and tree limbs down. Some guy had apples growing. Yeah, apples were flying away, across the yard. In the, heaven help if you're out there in it. That'd be the best way to put it. And then in 20 minutes or so, it was gone. And still dark a little, but clearing. And whoa, people come out of their homes and looking, and wow, boy, look, hey Charlie, your roof just came off. Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, but look at you, your porch just fell over. Yeah. Oh, and then some guy came hollering and said, "Hey, someone help me! My car tipped over on its roof." It was like that, and I've never seen anything like it. And I said, "Gee, I thought this stuff only happened down south." I said, "No," one of the old timers said, "No, we get them every now and then up here." And oh, and then we found out that the roads leading to our village, our little town, were inundated with wood. Evidently, whatever came through picked up the trees right by the roots and put them in the air and dropped them on the highway. And it was actually as if you had taken the Jolly Green Giant's supply of pickup sticks and just let them fall all over the highway. And that went for, I think, 2, maybe 3 miles up on the mountaintop. The mountaintop just got sheared, just like someone with a big, with those scissors the gardeners use. And all the lumber was along that highway. And it was the highway that basically anyone in town got to other towns on. So something had to be done. We all manned our chainsaws and went up there and just started cutting. I think it took a day or two, but we eventually, and then the county came in with bulldozers and such and whatever other equipment they had. And it was like this humongous 2-mile long stretch of pickup sticks. And they're just picking them up, putting them over to one side. Eventually we had one path through. And I think they had to rig a red light on both ends and a green light on both ends. And they somehow worked it so you knew to go through. And until the county could come and get even more and eventually give us a 2-lane again. I've never seen anything like it. Ooh, and hope I never do again, because that was no one got hurt that I know of. No, certainly no one got killed, and I don't think anyone got hurt. I think someone may have nicked himself on the chainsaw, but it wasn't running. I mean, he got one of the blades, one of the blades, a little piece of sharp point on the blade got him, but I think that was about it. And someone may have, I think I tripped over a branch. Well, it was getting dark. But it's nothing new for me. And, wow. I'll tell you one thing, we had firewood. Oh, man, that was the next thing. As soon as the path was cleared, everybody got the pickup trucks and started cutting up that firewood. We didn't need firewood for 2 years. We couldn't get it all. There was that much. People tried, but it was an awful lot of firewood. You wouldn't need, your great grandchildren wouldn't need firewood if you cut all that up and split it. And you had to wait a while. You couldn't just burn it like it was. You had to let it, to dry out. You had to let it dry out, or it would have been hopeless. But this happened in the spring, if I recall right. I think it was the spring. I don't think it was the fall. Spring, and so we had firewood by fall, mid to late fall. All that wood was just fine for burning, and almost every backyard had at least 5 or 6 squares worth of wood. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Boy, we saved on fuel oil for a couple of years thanks to that one. But and no, I don't know of anyone getting hurt very badly anyway. And I don't think any homes got caught on fire. Or I think a truck or two, and there might have been a car that got kind of messed up. But again, no casualties in either case. And just, I guess, if anything, the insurance company suffered a bit. But other than that, weren't too bad. Anyway, I thought I'd say. So this time of year, you see when spring kind of meets up with summer, do watch yourself. If they say there's wind coming, believe them. Chances are they is right. I'll see you later. God bless. Bye now.